Hi everyone, it's Gail and I am back. I was on a roll with this journal, so I decided I'm just gonna pop in a cough drop and keep going. See if I can do it. So I've gathered a couple of things. Oh wait, we gotta do hi and hugs. Hold the phone. Hi and hugs to Jan, Barbara, Juanita, and Karen. Thank you so much for watching and for your nice comments. Okay, so I grabbed a couple things. I wanted to do something with this flippy floppy, and I think I'm going to use one of these pieces of ephemera that I used the patty pockets on. Stains by Patty Pockets. I'm going to put that there, I think, and decorate that up. So that's one thing. This little one I wanted to make into like a tuck, and I think I'm going to put this behind it, but this has a white edge. I think I might get rid of that. And then I found this in my stash from Rachel at Roxy Creations. I think this will work in this journal just fine as a pocket. So I think that will get us all our pockets made. Let's work on this little girl first. Let's see. I'm going to do that. Okay. I just didn't think we needed that white, and it just adds a little bit of size to it that maybe we don't need, especially if we're going to back it with a bit of a cardstock here. Could have done a little more on that. There we go. Okay, so then let's grab our pencil, which is on the table already, and decide where we'd like this to go. I think I may do a couple of extra things on this as well, but we'll get this cut down to size right here. I'm going to have a lot of putting away to do after this. I really didn't put anything away. I just got the other video loading and started on this one because, you know, I'm making hay while the sun shines, or while I feel good, however you want to say it. Okay, that's cute. I do need a little distress in it though. Once again, just framing it. I'm not trying to make it super grungy or anything. I'm just giving it a frame. Okay, there. That stands out better. Now, do I want to... I think I might want to just frame this too. Now I'm thinking of putting lace on one side. Out one side of it. And then maybe it would kind of hang out the side of the journal too. And I may do some ruffles yet on this journal too. I don't know. I had this lace in mind. We'll see if we like it. Excuse me. Just kind of like that. Yep, I like that. This gives it one more layer of extra, doesn't it? Okie dokie. Okay. Hope you're all having a good start to your week. This should be on Monday. I don't think there's much on the agenda for the week for Mike and I. Just probably continue to kind of lay low and take it easy for a little bit until we get done with this bug. Okay, so there's that. I'm kind of like something down this side. Feels a little much. Maybe just a little flower there. Yeah, and then I might put a couple of blings up there. I don't know. Let me see. I have these that take the sticky off and see what I think. I mean, I could put it there too. I don't know. Just taking the sticky off. Because I'd glue it anyway. That way I can see if I like it there. I was thinking about something like that. Well, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, glue. It's been so funny. Our buddy Alfie, you know, he's such a mellow dog. He lays around all the time. It's just his favorite thing to do. And he has loved it since Mike and I have been kind of laying low. It's like, yes, you're finally kind of on my schedule. And we found out, this was kind of exciting news, that my husband's brother is going to come visit from Michigan. And so that's first week of October or so. So that'll be fun. He's going to stay here for a while, and then he's going to go northern Montana to see the other brother. So My husband's sister lives here, so he'll get to see two of us here. I think his family has kind of had a, what would you call it, an awakening or something, you know. Their older sisters she has to have triple bypass surgery. But since COVID's gotten so bad, they have postponed that on her. So, but I think it's kind of making them think about their, you know, their own mortality. Sometimes, you know, you're just busy living your life and you don't think about it, but I guess none of us will be here forever, will we? Okay, I like that. I think I'm going to keep it as a... No, I'm not. I'm going to make it a pocket because that's why I did this. Gosh, Gail. Scaring myself. Okay. So, that's now a pocket. But I would like to decorate it some. So let's get some stuff to play with in terms of decorating it. Have to decide, do I want die cut leaves? I haven't used these leaves yet. These are from Maryland's Mercantile. I kind of like using the colors that are in this page. I think I might do something like that and then put a flower there. Let's see. I am going to take my inker though. And just ink over these lightly to bring out the veins of the leaves. My lemon cough drop isn't doing its job, is it? Okay, let's just put those down. And hear my husband coughing upstairs. Oh, the two of us were quite the pair these days. Oh, and I wanted to tuck this behind, didn't I? Kind of like that or something. Okay. I'll just put that one down there. Then what kind of flower do we want? Might have to try a few just to see. Okay, doesn't wow me. Oh, I forgot I had these little leaves. Got those at Hobby Lobby, I think. Put that on while I hum and haw here. I'm wondering about a brown sparkly one here. Kind of like the subtlety of that. I think I'll go with that. Okay. I was thinking about maybe just doing a collaged piece that could be made into things to tuck and whatever. We'll see if we're going to need that, though, I think. Okay. So I'm happy with those two. So now I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things actually. Just wondering if I need something in this area. That would not be bad there. I think I'm going to put that there, even though it's, I usually do 6 at the front of this signature, 6 at the back, but you know, I guess I made the rule, so I get to break it too. Okay. So we're going to need a cool tag for in there. I've got the one really cool tag from, it's from MK Maz, right? Yeah. This one. Just so cute. And look, with that little girl going there. I don't know if it's even going to fit. Well, it is going to fit. And she's going to be right in the window. Holy buckets, was that meant to be or what? Okay. Well, that's done. Okay, what do we have to put in our pockets here? We need something big for there, which I don't really have at the moment. We have this, which is one of the, sampler type of deals. You know what I'm wondering is, do we want to put kind of a focal point there if we've got, excuse me, I have these leaves. No. No. Where are... I'm looking for my Char's Crafty Shop flowers. There they are. I was just going to see if maybe that would dress that up a little. I think I'll do that. Oh, this paper had bugs on the other side. Put it like that. Okay. That makes me happier. So this could be fun to play with in the journal. So maybe we'll put that right there. Put that over slightly and this one over slightly. Okay. I'm wondering in the back, Took, bless her heart, Took's craft table, she made these wonderful things with a little notebook and stuff on the inside. I think I might put that in the back, one of the back pockets. It says GA on it, but that will just remind you that it was made, the journal was put together by me. Let's see, maybe in this one. Ah, that's great for that. Excuse my crunch on my cough drop. It's to that point. Let me just take a little sip here. Oh my gosh, I have a string on my sleeve. I had somebody point that out one day. It was driving them crazy. I had a string on my sleeve. Okay. Now what? Okay, we need something for there. We've already decided that. Need something to put in there, which I'm kind of wondering if the tags from the kit would be good in there. I think so. Like one of the tags from the kit. Look how the blue then goes with this. Yes, that's what I'm going to put in there, but I'm going to work on it a little bit. It's on cardstock. So I think that's fine. We need to zhuzh it up a little, as our friend Wendy at Wendy's Journal Adventures would say. Wendy, you need merch that says zhuzh. Okay. I'm going to punch that out. But I like that we distressed it. It won't be quite as obvious. Okay. Let's do this. Let me grab this and grab potting soil here. This is just corrugated cardboard for new folks. It's a piece of corrugated cardboard from Hobby Lobby. Just gonna press my tag on it. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's even better if it's not, but it's just gives you little lines to write on the back of the tag. Just an extra little touch, if you will. Okay. Don't feel quite done yet. What about if we did a little bit of stickles on the butterfly, maybe? Yeah, that's going to bring that out more. Okay. Okay, that brings that out and gives it a little more dimension. There's those leaves that I said I forgot I had. Just giving a little more dimension to a tag that was included in the kit. Maybe these go this way. I feel like they do. Okay, I think I'm going to put that in there. Those are really happily grungy. I love those. Okay. Gosh, I even today changed the sheets in the guest room where my son stayed. I've been walking past it this whole week going, ugh, I don't feel good enough. And today I finally did it. So after I video, I have to go change that out. And then I'm thinking maybe about one of these on there. Yeah. I'll put that right there. Okay. Then if I can find myself a little piece of something to tie on the top, I'll feel like we got that fancied up. Excuse me. Jeezy peasy. It's really thick. I need to be whacking it on the... Try to do it over there where it's not quite so loud for you. There we go. I've got all this stuff. I really like this furry one too. Okay. Try not to touch the butterflies because I don't know if they're dry yet. Okay. You're still wet, but that'll be cute in there. Okay, so we'll just set that to dry for a second. Okay, something in there. Like, what would we like? That might be an okay place for this. I was thinking the little hedgehog. Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's hard for me to part with. Sometimes there's things like that that it's just a little difficult to part with. That'd be nice in there. I'm thinking maybe this can go in here. Yep. I was thinking about that in here with maybe one of the cards from the kit. How about? Look how cute that is. Yeah, she's adorable. Okay. To the point of sleeves going up. Such a sweet image. Wonder if there's any ink left on my corrugated cardboard. Should we see? Yep. There was. There sure was. Yeah, I like her there. I don't know if I'm in love with that there. It's a little, it's catching on the strings. Maybe I just like that. I think I do. Okay, this one, where are you gonna go? Could go there. Ooh, yeah. Could go there. Okay, that leaves us one more journal card, which could go there. Where else do we have? Okay, we're gonna need a big journal card here. I think that's fine. So we need one for the sack and one for the back. There, and then we're pretty good. You dry yet? Yep. Well, nope. Kinda. I think it's dry enough to put in there. I just don't want to forget where it goes, you know? There we go. Okay. So I think we're gonna do my original thought and do a little bit of collaging just to make a couple of journal cards. I have more journal cards from the kit, which I can use too, but I think I might like a little something here. So I think I'm gonna just go on these pages. I have to go to the floor. I'm running out of room here. Okay, let's see. What do we have for straps? Okay. We'll just do a quick little collage page and see how we go from there, okay? Let's do this down the middle. Kind of glue off camera, but had a feeling I was going to need some more bits for this one. But that's okay. We can do that. Sorry, I'm not more talkative. Kind of just, I don't know. I did one video and I told all my news. There's not a lot of news when you're toes up in bed for days on end. Maybe we'll put that there. Oh. Okay. Boy, it seems like I've been using this pile of scraps for weeks now. I kind of have been doing the autumn. We're going to mix it up though next. We are going to turn seasons on their heads. That's what we're going to do. Kind of wanting. Ooh, I have a thought. Remember this? Well, these are squares. So what might they be like in the middle of a collage? We don't know till we try. I think I might do this. I'm just going to pick one right out of the middle. I'm just going to put that down right there. That's kind of fun. Might have to put, I'm kind of waiting to see if I feel like I need another one. I might need one more. Well, that's all sorts of ripped, isn't it? Let's grab another one. Just grab this one. I was just trying to grab kind of the browns, the color scheme of brown. That's just kind of a bit of collage fun, isn't it? That can go there. I'm gonna have to order some more glue sticks. I'm getting to the end. Okay. I'm just gonna put this up in the corner. I've had the kind of funny ringing in the ears today. I think it's just my nose is plugged or something. Can't hear myself think. Might be from the cold medicine too, don't you think? Okay. What else do we have here? Where's my... Getting rid of kind of that white. Really want the white. Excuse me. That can go there. I don't want to be too picky. I just want to use up these scraps and get some bases made for some pieces that we need. Okay, and you could go like that. Getting down there. Getting down there to pieces that are too little. What else do I have that would work? This is a piece of one of mine. That could work. Put you right there. And where was that itty bitty piece? I have several itty bitty pieces. Okay, and up here. That goes there. I've got this piece of napkin that I'm thinking about putting right there. I think I will. Just use her up. There. Okay. Added a little pop of color there. Okay, let's see here. Put that down there. And I think I have to look in my scrap box to see if I have anything that would be somewhat fall colors, but put that there. Put that one. Excuse me. Okay, then I need some sort of little strippy stripies. What do I have over here? This is kind of where the strips live. It's a little bit of cardstock, but that's okay. I don't think it's too thick. Okay. Grabbing it only because it's the right size. Okay, and then I need a little strip up the side. Kind of like it to be in the brown neighborhood of things. Do it. We're just gonna do it. It's a little bit of scrapbook paper, so it's a little heavier too, but that's all right. Okay, so there is that side. Let's see, I think I am going to do this. Since this is my last autumn journal, those are going to go in the general pile. Okay, so now we need to cover the back quick like, which I have these. I could just quick like. I mean, it's fun if the backs are collage too, but it's not necessarily absolutely necessary either. It can be bigger pieces, that's okay. Oop. Okay. Oh, it's so close, but it doesn't quite cover, does it? Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, have a little white on this edge I need off. There we go. Okay, well, it's always kind of tricky to do a piece this big, but I'm going to give it a go. Ooh, it's got pretties on the back too. I like that better even for to write on. Excuse me. Let's just go like that. Okay. I'll sew around these so the edges, if I don't get the edges, it's not the hugest deal in the world. Ah. Okay. Okay. Better be watching my time too, hadn't I? Okay, so there's that. On this side. Ooh, there's more of that. I'm sorry, I can't tell you where I got these from. They're in my pile. I probably showed them in an Etsy share, and you know, I do pretty well keeping my Etsy shares organized, but once I start working with stuff, there's so many. You guys know. I think I have like, I don't know, over 60 Etsy shares out there, so you can imagine the amount of digitals. I do try to use them up, but I'm just saying, sometimes I can't keep track of whose is whose. I wanna... I'm gonna go this way. So, anyways, I try to keep track enough to tell you, because if I don't, you ask anyway, and then I have to look it up and everything. But just know I tell you who they are on the Etsy shares, and then beyond that, once they get into the work pile, it's just a little impossible. Never hurts to review the Etsy share videos, because, you know, their digitals are still out there. Any digitals that I show, so. And there are more and more all the time. People are contacting me right and left, so there will be more too. And it's great because then there's new people that I might not have found either had they not contacted me. Okay, that'll be a pretty background. Okay, you are sticky as all get out. Okay. All right, well, we did that. Now maybe we can measure and see how those are going to fit into what we have going on here. See, I need the journal. And probably my ruler. So the one for the sack, I want to make a tag. And I'm saying 3 3/4 is enough for the tag. I'm looking at my piece going, which side do I want to cut it off? 3 3/4. Yeah. I'm going to cut it off this end. All right. So, still mighty wet, but we're going to do this anyway. Okay, 3 3/4. Okay, so this is going to be our tag. And then, oh, and then we needed for the belly band, right? And I think I usually do like, I do 5 by 7. I'm going to do 4.5 by 7. Okay, 4.5 by 7. I think I'm going to go 7 this way, which this is 6. So I'm going to go right there, lengthwise. And this will be left over to do with what we will. And then I'm going to go 4.5 this way because I think these are 9-inch pages. So that leaves us 2 journaling cards. Okay. Maybe not quite. But that's okay. Where are we at? Oh, I can't look. That's right. Oh, okay. We've got 10 minutes or so. So let's see. Okay, one thing I didn't do is decide how long to make this tag for the bag. Needs a bit cut off. That much. Okay. You are going to be a tag. So what do we want to put on this tag? A bit of inking and thinking needs to happen. I'm having thoughts of a doily in some place. Oh, do I want to do one of those fun little holes in the top? Maybe we do. Let's do this. And this is We are memory keepers. If you go to my website and under my favorite things, if you go to the search and put in We Are Memory Keepers Euro punch, this punch should come up. I haven't gotten anything on my favorite things in a while because my son's been working so hard on my merch. I haven't felt like I could really ask him to do more than he's doing. Okay. So what I was kind of thinking, talk amongst yourselves for 1 second. Okay, I have this beautiful doily from Paper Baker Creation that's been dyed. And that's what I had in my brain for on here. For one of the things on here anyway. Yeah, I think that brings that together nicely. We can actually just wrap it around and that would be cool. Okay. And again, it'll be sewn, so it'll be good. It'll be good on there. Good on ya. Let's do it the right way, Gail. Okay. Okay, so that was one thing that I thought of. Let's see, the bag has our little girls on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Because my instinct with something this tall is to do a Tim Holtz person. At least, you know, and I don't know. I mean, maybe. Let's see. What do we have in our, where's our solos? They're up front here. See if there's somebody that jumps out at me. There's ever so many people sitting down. Would like some standing up people. Well, she's very cute. And a little something across there, maybe. Her hair makes me giggle. Oh, these Tim Holtz people, they just crack me up. Oh. Looking at this little girl, she could be with those other girls, being a bridesmaid. Well, honey, not you. You make me giggle, but not you. I think I'm gonna go with you. I like the dark. Okay. I'm not sure we're gonna get this one done before the end here. But we could work some more tomorrow. Hopefully, I haven't pushed it too much today to where I don't feel good tomorrow. Oh. Well, yeah, and tomorrow, the real tomorrow, if we fill up to it, we'll go to Addie's volleyball. I'm not sure, though. We'll see. I just don't want to give her family this either, is my other thing. Okay, so I don't know. There needs something there. There needs something here. I have these ovals. Like if I put the oval, I don't know. I just have to hold it there and see, I guess. I think I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna cut it off right there. Okay. And then we have you here. And then maybe a little autumn. I don't think I want a label. I think these are too, well, no. Maybe a smaller label. Whoa, just about knocked over my ink and think. Watered bottle. Ooh. There it is, right there. Okay. We're going to get this tag done. I'll sew around it. And then I just have a journal card to do for the belly band. So I think next time you'll see this is I don't know if I'll do a flip through before I list it. I guess I should, if there's just for the continuity of showing the whole thing together. Why don't you guys let me know? You know, when we've worked on a journal together mostly, do you want to see a flip through before I list it, or would you rather just be surprised? I don't know, if you get the journal. Sometimes it's just hard to know what to do. But, you know, if you don't care to look at flip through videos, then there's no sense in me doing it either, right? Okay, so that little baby is going to go into our sack here. But I think I'll stitch around it first. And then I'll make some kind of journal card out of this for in the belly band. So it's probably going to go like that. And then we'll do something with it. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for crafting with me again today. I feel like maybe slowly but surely I'm going to get my engine going again here. So thank you. Have a grateful day, everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.